All right, here we are. Here's the aftermath. Baldy Challenge 2022. Rig is a mess. Makes a nice coffee stand, though. Everyone survived, as far as I know. It's about 8 in the morning now. I got a few hours of sleep. Got home about, 2:30 in the morning. Got me home. Drove it home under its own power. Pretty sure the ring gear is shredded in the rear end. And somewhere lost brakes as well. Probably from winching through some of the deeper mud. That happens quite a bit. Brake lines will get ripped loose. The mud or rocks will smash the brake lines. But, I just drove home, 5 PSI in the tires. So as soon as you let off the throttle, you don't coast very far with flattened tires like that on the road. So, no one else on the road at 2 in the morning. So just go super slow. About 5 miles is all. Tough it out, get it home under its own power. But it is a muddy, absolute mess. We got leaves, we got sticks, chainsaws thrown in the back, master pole, super yankers thrown in there. Series looking nice and fresh. There it is. Still got it on home under its own power. So there's an argument to be made there. So I technically still drove to the creek and back under its own power. But the 3/4 of the way coming back from the creek, I was helped by the aid of a Toyota and that super yanker, pulling me through a lot of the spots where the front was just spinning in the deeper mud or some of the smaller hill climbs. And that Toyota with that kinetic rope, super yanker, gives a nice pull. It absorbs the shock and everything, so it was a nice steady pull through all that stuff. So that the little Toyota actually worked pretty good. We were both about the same traction, same size, same weight, and so what I couldn't get through, it was just a nice easy pull for him. And there was a couple spots, a couple deeper swamps where we were both stuck and had to winch, a couple 3 times to get through some spots, and then we just took it slow and easy and eventually got out of there. But it's a bummer. I was on a 4-winch run. I would have more than likely done the trail and only winched 4 times. But that's the challenge. You get up there and it's a wild area. All it takes is one part to break, one mistake, a lack of judgment and fall into a deeper hole, or just a random parts breakage. And I get, tons of traction with those tires, that diesel motor. And that's the differentials right now in this rig are definitely the weak point. That traction is just a lot for those stock differentials to handle. And, it's been probably more than a year since that rear's been in there welded. And, I'm driving it on the road and all that. So it takes a lot of abuse with those 38-inch tires, and you just have to prepare for it. Stuff's always going to break when you start pushing hard. But there it is. It's cleanup time now. Get all that gear. Got some damaged gear. I know I do. Some of the straps got some nicks in them. And, from just hitting rocks or being, you know, towed around trees and all that. There was some abuse on some of the gear. So we'll get all this situated, laid out, cleaned up, and prepare for the next run.